Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a few days. Been waiting on some parts to show up. And also sorry about the sawing going on in the background. It's a little obnoxious today. But anyway, we're back here with our friend the GSX. And today when I was driving home, I noticed something that I didn't really like at all. It's been getting pretty bad, pretty annoying. We've got ourselves a little issue with window rattle. So we're gonna fix this up on the driver's side. Alright, so we're back here in the GSX. Here's our happy little window. As you can see, it's got a lot of movement in it. A lot of play, a lot of wiggle. Every time I hit a bump when the window's down, every time I roll it down, open the door, close the door, it makes a horrible rattling sound, and it's driving me absolutely nuts. So today I'm going to show you guys how to take your T.P.G GSX or TSI inner door panel off and fix this problem. It's not a very in-depth process. All you need is a few tools, and hopefully we can get this door rattle / window rattle resolved pretty quickly. Alright guys, so open up your driver's side door here, or whatever door you're working on, and first thing we're going to need to do is start removing the Phillips head screws that are holding the inside door trim on. And it looks to me like we have a couple of Phillips head screws. We got one here, we got one here. I found one back here behind our door handle, right there. Looks to me like there's another one down here underneath this cover in the bottom of the door handle. And then up here, we've got one up top and one down on the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and get our Phillips head screwdriver and start pulling these apart. Alright, so with all the screws removed, we're going to pull our door handle forward and carefully work out this cover. Right there. Put that off to the side someplace safe. And we're going to start from the bottom corner and work our way around this door and see if we can pop all the clips out carefully. And at this point, you can either use your trusty little flathead screwdriver, but I grabbed one of these from AutoZone. It was 12 bucks, I think, for the little clip puller tool. I don't know if it'll work 100% for this job, but we're going to use this and our flathead screwdriver, and we're going to get this inside of this door off. And one thing you want to make sure that you're careful and you don't put a lot of stress on the wiring that's underneath your locks and your window controls, because obviously those are fixed to the inside of the door and we're going to be taking it all off. So be careful when you're taking that apart, and let's get started popping clips. Okay, so now that we've popped all the clips off, the door panel is hanging, and there's a wire harness that's right here behind your control module for your windows and your locks. Looks like on the door panel side there's a little push clip. You squeeze that and you just unplug it like so. Now we can take our door panel, set it off to the side someplace safe, and move on to the next step. Alright, so now that we have our door panel pulled out and we have our door speaker exposed, we're going to want to remove these 4 screws, pull the speaker out, which looks to me like somebody has actually installed some aftermarket speakers on this. I'll fix that before we throw it back together. But for now, pull out all 4 of these screws, and that should give us access to the inside of the window. Okay, so this may be different from vehicle to vehicle, but I've just taken a look at things, and it looks like from what I can see, it looks like I can remove this speaker enclosure, and that should give me a little bit more access than just the little hole on the back side of this enclosure here to get to the window track. So it looks like it's held in by these 4 screws, so we're going to take these out. Alright, so upon further examination of this window through the speaker enclosure opening, I'm not 100% sure exactly where the rattle is coming from. I assumed it would be in the front clip, which is usually, from what I'm told, where the little insulator piece, there's a little white plastic clip on the inside on the window itself that falls off or gets loose over time. So what I'm going to do is plug back in my window switch, and I'm going to roll this window up a little bit so I can see what's going on a little bit closer. Okay, so I've rolled the window up. It looks like it's more or less rocking. Maybe something in this back mechanism here is giving me a hang up, but the clip in the front looks like it's pretty snug. Yeah, that's tight. It's just wiggling up and down quite a bit from up front here. Tell you what, I'm gonna peel off this water barrier and see if I can figure this out. Looks like something maybe just loosened up, maybe a bolt backed out, or hell, maybe a plastic clip is worn out and rubbed down. So let's investigate. As you can see in my hand is the front mechanism, well, the holder for the window from in through here, held on with 1 10mm bolt, and the white plastic piece is in there. It's nice and tight still. I'm beginning to think that my problem is actually up a little higher in the window, because with this out, the window is still rocking just like it was before. So we're going to take a look at the culprit, which I believe is the little rest stop right in here, or the brace that holds the window as it moves up and down. Looks like there's some felt sliders on it. So looks to be what do we got here? An Allen that's holding it in, and then 2 nuts. We're going to take that off and take a look at that. Alright guys, you'll have to forgive me if I've jumped a weird space. All my footage got messed up somehow at the end of this video, but anyway, we're back here. We got the speaker thrown back in the door. We've got the front guide put back in on the window, and the culprit of this whole thing ended up being right here. This little felt guide here, and there's also another one right here in the middle of the door. So if you want to fix this problem, what you do is you stick a 12mm socket right here, and do the same here and here. You crack them free, and you put an Allen, which I'm not sure of the size, right here in the center, and you loosen this or tighten this, which in turn is going to move these bolts forward or backward and put a little bit more tension on the glass in your door. So this ended up being the fix for me. I just backed them out a little bit, and that in turn moved the felt forward, and that pinched the window a little bit tighter, and now we have no more rattle. So that's the quick fix on my end. Some of you guys, like I said before, might experience the broken white plastic guide down in the front of the door here. For me, it ended up just being a simple adjustment. So a 12mm and an Allen, and you should be able to loosen this up or tighten this up and pinch the glass. So we're going to throw the door back together, get everything plugged in and working again, and test the final product. Okay guys, so now we got the door put back together. We've got all the weather stripping, the trim pieces all pressed back together nice and tight. Now we're going to roll the window up a little bit, and we're going to give her a test drive, see what she looks like. Now at this point right here, the window's about 3/4 of the way up, and this is where it was giving me the most trouble. But as you can see now, it's very tight. And once we get her all the way up, there's very little play in it at all. If I hit the door, all you hear is me hitting the door. If we open it and close it, let's jump in. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice solid open and shut. Nothing like it was before. I'm very happy with this. So Now I can drive down the road with my window down, put it up, open and close the door, and not hear the glass bang back and forth so violently that I feel like it's going to shatter in the door. Alright guys, so we're going to give it one more test. Oh yeah, nice and solid. So, that's how you fix the door rattle on your T.P.G DSM. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up down below. If you got any comments for me, feel free to drop them down below also. And I'm going to be posting new videos coming up in the next week. We should have one on Saturday. I've got a nice set of fuel injectors, some 750cc injectors. I'm just waiting on a seal kit to show up. I've got an oil pan to swap out here shortly. We're going to be upgrading the turbocharger and doing a full exhaust system on this car. So hopefully you guys like this channel. Subscribe if you do. Feel free to drop some ideas down below. And that's it for today, guys. So take care. Until next time.